and welcome back to the channel. And this one we're going to be reacting to Masters of the Air Part 7. Recap?
Rosenthal and a few of the men get sent to a country estate for some R&R. And he has some interesting conversations with it's like a psychiatrist there. And he's basically like, I don't want to lose the momentum. I feel like I'm wasting my time here. And obviously they're trying to get them to, I think he was on like 3 flights within 3 days. It's like 3 campaigns, and it's quite brutal.
I forgot what analogy he uses. I can't remember. Was that a sports analogy?
Yeah, he was. They did use a sports analogy where
it was the same thing, that momentum thing, like
you don't want to lose the momentum. But they're also trying to say, well, you need a break from it all, not only to appreciate what you're fighting for, but somewhere down the line you're going to make errors because you're burnt out. And you do see that he does walk around the grounds and he does see people suffering from PTSD or some sort of trauma during their flights and whatnot. Meanwhile, Bucky, who got shot down in Germany, gets captured. It's quite brutal because it starts off with him getting interrogated, and they seem to know a lot about him. And then they give him an option that's like, look, do you want to... They basically give him an option, and he's like, no, I'm not giving you anything. He just gives his name and his serial number. And then it turns really dark because he's getting transported to a prison camp, but somewhere along the line, the officers decide to take him off and walk him through a street that's been bombed during the night by British soldiers, and they just start tearing the men apart. Basically, they start beating them, and the officers are like the officers are like randomly just shooting people.
Which I've since read was a real massacre that happened, kind of thing, where they just
really
which they just
But again, we talked about it in the last one, but they basically, Bucky's alive, but he gets knocked out and he's on this car basically, and he manages, they're basically burying everyone, and he manages to escape only to get captured again, but this time he gets put on a train full of a lot more POWs, and it's quite chilling because as they're getting loaded on, they see another train go past them with like women and children, and you do get a sense of where that's going, basically, which is pretty dark. But they arrive at a camp, and he starts seeing people that he knows
that are like parachuted down, and
they're parachuted down or whatever.
Kind of thing,
and it turns out Buck is alive, which is great.
I mean, he's great, but it's bad because they're in a POW camp as well at the same time.
But it's quite funny because it's like when you put those two together, they're quite mischievous. In their own right. So I'm assuming this episode is going to be
where they devise a plan or something to try and escape.
There wasn't anything from France
Crosby.
Where oh yes, of course, Crosby went to a conference. Yes, completely forgot about that. I thought that was a completely different episode. He goes to Oxford to basically talk to other people within the ranks and from different other military organizations. Some British soldiers there, but he bumps into a girl who I think we think she's obviously like in secret, like she's intelligence.
She's intelligent. Because she's semi-secretive when he asks her what she does. She's sort of semi-secretive. She could be in the what did they call it? Like the auxiliary service, like women that join the war are part of the service kind of thing. But more than likely, because of the way she was portrayed, she's an intelligence officer. Must be, right?
That's what we think. That's what we think. But they have a very interesting interaction about him losing his friend, and what it means, and all of that. And then as they are kind of leaving, she kind of helps him through the grief, I would say.
He falls for her, man. He falls for her quite hard.
But she does help him through the grief element, and they're kind of walking back, and she's like, "Oh, I've got to go to London," and she just nicks someone's bike and just basically just rides off. But I did like her character.
Yeah, I did as well.
I thought she was quite a good character, even though.
And both got
portion of it.
Both got the R&R that they deserve.
They needed.
There was an ending bit they were talking about stories, some made up, some true, when they're all huddled together. You know, when all the groups meet together and they're talking and they're drinking. But regardless of whether it was like the story's slightly blemished or over exaggerated, it was a way for them to just get through it. That was the main thing, which was good to see. So let's see what happens in this episode, part 7. Let's check it out.
Stalag Luft 3 was run by the German Air Force, and because we had their downed pilots in our camps, they treated our boys humanely enough. The diet consisted of potatoes and turnips year-round.
Damn.
All they really wanted was news from the front to give them hope that one day soon, they would be going home. Thanks.
You need that hope.
Yeah.
Come on.
Why's he after this cat?
Did they just kill that cat?
No.
What did you say was in the soup?
He did.
They killed the cat.
Lots of stray rabbits running around under our combine.
Use the bucket.
Oh my god. I mean,
I don't blame him. But
potatoes and turnip is just pure carb, right?
Yeah.
Oh, what the hell was that?
How are they getting that through?
That is amazing. They made a makeshift radio.
Alright, fellas, let's go. Rise it fell. Hurry up. Let's go. Wrap it up.
Damn.
How did they do that? It's insane.
Yeah, I know. And they've got to hide everything as well.
Yeah.
I'm assuming these are surprise inspections. Wow, look at that. I know. I really hope they don't find anything.
If any, they're not really going to find it. It's just wires connected to a table, right?
I mean, that might come across dodgy.
Yeah.
No. Shit. Shit.
Oh shit! It's actually in the thing.
God damn.
We're in trouble. They gotta be careful.
I didn't realize the radio. I didn't see it properly, but I didn't realize the radio was actually inside. I thought it was just two wires connected to the to the table to give it current. No, I don't know. I don't know what I was thinking there. Because I was like,
just connected two wires to a piece of wood, and they were like, "Sure, we can hear it."
Sound. I was just like, yeah.
I was looking at you a bit, so like, why is he so confused?
I was like, I get it. Because obviously the power's coming from the... A part of me was like, how did they wire the radio to the antenna above? Obviously the power's coming from the lights powering the radio.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense. Yeah. I was just like, wow, that's a piece of engineering, that is.
But still, they've done amazing to do all that. They made a makeshift radio. Where did they get the headphones from? Probably stole it.
Probably. Yeah, or they made that.
It was understood in early 1944 the invasion of Europe was imminent. The 100th Bomb Group would play its part. More missions into Germany meant more casualties. More casualties meant more replacements.
Just churning them out.
Yeah.
Because every one of us had lost at least one close friend. Some guys were reluctant to get to know the new fellas. We thought Sergeants Quinn and Bailey were among the many casualties over Regensburg, but thanks to the French and Belgian resistance,
they got back.
They were back at Thorpe Abbotts.
They made it back.
Lucky for them, there was a rule that if a downed flyer made it out of occupied Europe, he wasn't allowed to fly any more missions.
Oh, wow.
Because if a flyer got shot down again and was captured or tortured by the Gestapo, they knew too much about the escape routes.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
The lucky bastards got a ticket home.
I mean, fair play, right?
It'll be good for you to show the new guys that 25 can really get done.
The time will come, Kranz.
That's the problem of being kicked up to operations. You hardly ever get a chance to fly.
You're in it all the way till the end.
Rosie's the best pilot I've ever seen fly a B-17. Ever. You pray to God you can fly half as good as him, Might make it a 25 too.
Yeah, expert flyer.
So he's close. He's on 24. That's
Your crew's on stand now for this one.
Damn, you didn't like that. What's going on here?
Sounds like they're sending flak up from half of Germany. It's Berlin or its environs.
Oh.
How was that? That's a lot closer.
The hell is that?
He was out of the block.
Where's Glemnitz? They shot him for no reason. Get back inside!
What is he doing?
oh shit.
Get that dog! Pull the dog off! Get it off him!
Oh no, this
Get,
is.
get the dog off him.
Go back inside.
These goddamn goons are gonna take us out one at a time, Buck.
That was messed up.
Yeah.
We were told we were targeting Berlin. Every man on base held his breath as we waited to see just how dearly it would cost us.
We don't even know how many went, do we?
Yeah.
Oh, that one was coming in badly.
11?
Wow.
Okay, it's good. It's climbing.
Yeah.
But yeah, we don't know how many left. Yeah.
16.
Oh, please land safely.
Christ. It's 15 down.
Fre-
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Wow, look at that. Oh my god.
Oh man, his scalp.
Oh my god. Have you seen the amount of holes that are in it?
Oh, there's so much blood in the undercarriage.
March 6, 1944 became known as Black Monday because of how many men were lost that day. 150 of them were from the 100th.
150 just from the hundredths.
As our crews got younger, our casualties climbed and the morale on base plummeted. We all needed to distract ourselves from the war.
This has got to be worse. It just
I decided to call Sandra. I told myself all I wanted was someone to drink and laugh with, but then I called her a second time. And a third.
whatever gets him through it. It gets to a point where you just start losing hope a little bit again.
Oh yeah. Oh, I thought they built it in there. Yeah.
That would have been amazing.
I mean, this is genius enough
It's amazing, isn't it?
that he actually even knows how to build this.
Yeah. Finally. I feel like they haven't had one in a while. I really have a weird image of what a prisoner of war camp is in my head. Like, I didn't think they'd get mail.
Well, like he said, because they've got their we had
On
their
their side,
prisoners
so they
there,
handled well.
and it was run by the Air Force. It's kind of
She said yes.
Yay! Is he worried he's not going to be able to make it back to her?
Congratulations.
well, they probably said that he's died, isn't he?
I was even thinking.
Crap, I didn't
maybe
think of
you'd be
that.
my best man.
I will be your best man.
Fingers crossed. Keep hope alive.
Do they actually send like a list abroad saying these are the prisoners that we have, these are the serial numbers?
It's true. I have no
Do they
idea.
exchange information like that? Is it-
Is he still at it?
He's got a few more to write, sir.
Damn, this is soul draining as well. He's writing letters to families.
Jack, it's the same, Ruth. It's exactly like yesterday. They don't care if they kill us all, do they?
Damn.
That is crazy, though, isn't it?
Why do the same thing again? I don't understand that. If you know how many casualties it causes. This is such an... You know what? I can't get over how... This is such an amazing skill set.
It is. Yeah, like I said, to even know how to do it.
Yankees trade DiMaggio.
The odds of getting out of here alive and in one piece is
30 to 1, 40 to 1, 50 to 1. I mean, we can wait here.
Doing nothing. That what you want to do? I can't stand this place any more than you.
You gotta walk that tightrope. If you have
Yeah.
a plan, make sure it's a foolproof plan.
Yeah.
The target for today is Berlin,
Same again.
specifically the Erkner ball bearing plant.
Jesus, that's the exact same route as Monday.
But I'm not a man to order anyone. On any mission, I won't fly myself, so I will be command pilot for the entire wing.
Okay.
Wow. That's ballsy.
Well, if you're gonna send him on a dangerous mission again and again and again,
Go with yourself, yeah.
lead by example.
Your main point of impact will be here, in the heart of Berlin.
Good luck, Rosenthal.
Thing is, the people who didn't fly, obviously, knowing you've lost that many ships and then seeing the conditions of the ship, it obviously
We only
has.
had
It must have an
15
impact.
planes left to send up.
15 left.
You lost 15. Yeah.
It didn't take a mathematician to figure out the odds were pretty bad for Rosie and his crew to make it back from their 25th mission.
We know he's an expert flyer, though, so he might make it through his 25th.
I mean, still, though, you're just about to jump in, but God knows what's going through his mind.
You boys worry about the guns, I'll worry about the plane.
Our chances of defeating
look
the
at that.
Luftwaffe were increased by the introduction of the P-51 Mustang. Hands down, the best fighter plane of the war.
Damn, look at the speed!
Escorted by the Mustangs for the entire mission, the odds were starting to shift in our favor.
For the entire mission now.
So they can actually survive that long, as in they fuel-wise,
Yeah, because last time, do you remember, it was just escorting them.
to the channel.
Yeah.
They're Krauts! They're Krauts! Ah!
Oh, shit.
Roger. I see P-51s coming in to help.
Oh my god, that looks crazy.
That looks
Epic.
epic's not the right word, but
I
yeah.
know.
Get ready, boys. Wow!
It looks intense, man.
Yeah, fast, isn't it?
I know.
Our fighters are gonna punch us through.
Damn straight. Oh
Wow,
my
look at that.
god.
I wonder if this is going to be the scene from the opening credits, you know, where they show us the underbelly and you go that.
Bombs away.
Oh, wow. That's an interesting angle.
There's so many. I thought it was just one ball bearing factory we're taking care of. Oh my.
They're just flattening everything.
Yeah.
14-1 down. Anyone seen who's down?
Better not be Rosenthal. Is that him? Is he there?
What do you say, Pat?
Yeah,
made
he's
it.
alive.
Nice.
We did it. 25. We're going.
Ooh. Rosie's going home.
Put faith back in the 25.
Mhm. Oh my god.
Ooh.
That is insanely close.
Come on, tower flyby. Let's do it.
Oh my days.
Oh, that's close.
We know he's an expert flyer as well.
Feeling, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's that feeling.
Rosie, Rosie, Rosie.
Brass is upping the end of tour requirements from 25 to 30 missions.
Oh my
what?
god.
Only for new replacement crews coming after next week. Any crew in between will have to make 28. You and your boys are off the hook, Rosie.
Jesus, Jack, that's, what, 10 more missions for us?
That's crazy.
I mean, I get why they're doing it so they can keep the pilots for longer, or more experienced pilots.
I mean, changing the rules on us mid-game? That's bullshit, Jack.
I mean, it's not on him.
They want us all to fucking die up there, and no one gives a shit. No one.
I don't blame him thinking that way.
Yo, yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's a valid.
Do you know how much that must mean? Like they're losing a lot.
Yeah,
to keep
yeah.
the
They want
airmen-
more experience. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I just want to know where you've been.
I don't think she can tell you.
Do you want to know where I've been? Or do you want to know where I will be? In 20 minutes.
I'd rather you tell us where you've been, because
20 minutes.
I think he chose the 20 minutes.
I mean, yeah.
Induction. Maybe there's some glue residue or oil or dirt or something getting in the way of the current.
Wow, that's quite clever.
Yeah.
I wouldn't have thought of that.
Yeah. The BBC. Give me some paper.
Crazy.
I love how he's tuning it as well, because he's going over like...
Berlin took the heaviest bombing of the war. Listen to this. Uncle Joe's Ruskies seized the bridgehead of a place called Mogliev Podolsky, splitting the Kraut army in two.
Oh.
Repeated strikes on Berlin took a tremendous toll on the 100th. It had become clear that it was no longer enough just to drop bombs on our target. We had to completely destroy the German Luftwaffe.
Well, that's easier said than done.
My friend Rosie understood this very well. But he had completed his 25th mission. He had done his duty. Now
he's not going to give up, is he?
Do you think he's going to stay? Ask to stay?
Yeah.
What's happened here now?
Brits in North Compound built 3 tunnels. I've been digging them for over a year.
Wow.
30 feet deep, so lagoon seismographs wouldn't detect them.
That's good, right?
70, maybe 80 men made it out.
Yeah, but that's where they took that regiment out.
Most of the escapees have been recaptured.
Shit.
But I regret to inform you that 50 of the recaptured escapees have been executed.
Wow, out of the 80.
There are orders for me to take an inventory of all Jewish prisoners of war at Stalag Luft 3.
That is really messed up.
In Stalag Luft 3, Major Simulite. Only Americans.
There are ongoing discussions in Berlin to transfer all Stalags in the Reich from the Luftwaffe's jurisdiction to the SS and Gestapo.
Oh, for fuck's sakes.
Your good behavior would be very much appreciated.
This is worse. They need to get out of here somehow.
So what do you think the odds are now? Of us making it home alive? Long.
Even worse.
You want to re-up?
Yeah, you're right. He re-up. He's asking to re-up.
Yeah.
I can't stop you, Captain, but don't you want to go home?
How could I sleep at night knowing I get to go home while the brass up their numbers mid-tour? I can't imagine some rookie coming to take my place, getting himself and his crew killed on their first mission. Then he gets replaced by another replacement and over and over and over again.
It's a vicious cycle, isn't it?
He feels useful enough that he can save lives.
Yeah.
I can't go home.
I was going to say, how's he going to sleep at night knowing that he's here?
Not until the job is done.
That. What do you say to that?
I see.
You're lucky to have him.
Mm-hmm. Very lucky to have him.
General Doolittle has ordered the air strategy to shift radically.
Okay.
The invasion will not and cannot occur till the Luftwaffe is destroyed. And we could do that now with the new P-51s. But to shoot them down, we need to get them in the air.
Oh, God, so they're using them as bait.
Bombers is the bait.
Oh, my God.
Did they actually do that?
That's the mission. Bait.
That is the definition of rolling the dice.
I understand.
But did they actually do that? Like, that's...
It must have.
You're knowingly sacrificing people.
They wouldn't have put that in this show if they didn't actually do it.
Yeah.
We could use a new commanding officer for the 350th.
Damn.
That's insane, knowing what you know, and you're like, you know what, yeah. But again, like you said, he is a good fighter. He's quite...
And that's the end of the episode. Thoughts?
Rosenthal is commendable.
Extremely.
He's done his time. He met the brief, and he's still going out there. I think, like you said,
the fact that he wants to keep on going out there, but after knowing that the mission is to use you as bait, so that the P-51s, so that the Luftwaffe are all up in the air, so that the P-51s can take him out.
Yeah.
You got to have your balls screwed on tight to say yeah.
You've got to be very
shake his hand.
You've got to be very comfortable with who you are as a person and your capabilities. You have to be 110% sure of that, because you are obviously, he's the pilot, so he's obviously flying 9 other people. I mean, yeah, he's definitely got balls for doing that. I mean, like I said, we've said it time and time again. He's a good pilot. And it is a bit of a shit show. But then now it makes sense why they upped everyone going home, because they need the planes in the air. They don't want to bring in the new recruits. If you keep the people that you have and up, it's a two-way street, but it's a one-way street.
Do you mean why have the new replacements fly the planes when something is more likely to go wrong, rather than have the experienced guys go up there on that mission,
potentially maybe survive longer? Because I mean, obviously, like I said, the concept is really crazy, because you're giving someone new a plane to fly, but you're running out of planes. So why not give it to the experienced guys? But then also you're selling the dream to the experienced guys, and you're not allowing them to earn or live that dream. So essentially, you're creating heroes by killing them off, because you know they might not make it to 30. You're creating heroes.
It feels like one last hurrah to one last push to just get rid of them all. It's a risky plan, but if it works, we never have to worry about air superiority again, because we would have wiped them out. But there's a big chance that it could just all go.
It could go horribly wrong. It's madness to think about it. It's absolutely madness. Buck and Bucky are still there. They're not going anywhere anytime. Well, hopefully they are. Now the fact that they've been digging a hole for a year, it's kind of like
the Brits.
It's ingenious. But like I said, him building that radio was. I mean, I'm not being funny, but I can't build I just about built a Raspberry Pi with an Arduino on it. So I don't know how to build
I tried to build a table a few years back, like flat pack table, and had a few screws left, and I was like, what? I don't think this goes anywhere. I'm pretty sure.
It's an achievement building an IKEA
table,
like an IKEA flat pack, but to build a radio back, but that's really impressive. And I love the way he was tuning it, because it was like he's obviously got the copper thing, and he's just like doing that with it. It's brilliant. But I made a mistake in the beginning, because I thought they had wired something on the roof. So that was my bad.
I thought that you thought that they just stuck 2 wires on a wooden table, and that's why I started laughing.
A part of me did think they were just connecting the wires to the table, and then there was something else I don't know what I was thinking. I don't know. You know, like when you watch something and for a second you're like, what did I just watch? Because obviously the electricity's come from the light that plugs into the table. I didn't realize that there was a radio on the other side of that table. I just thought it was, because I was like, that's ingenious. Is that actually a thing? I was going to go.
The conditions that they went through, because obviously the Brits escaped, the 80 of them, they executed 50 of them.
Yeah.
Which is really messed up.
Did I get it right? They're basically saying that they wanted an inventory of all the Jewish soldiers. In the sense that if they misbehave, they'll take them away? Or
I think it's inferred. I think it's indirectly inferred that you know what's going to happen, because they were talking about the Gestapo and the SS taking over. And
that's really messed up.
They must have told them, take an inventory of these men, so that they'll, in the dead of night, transport them away, or even not even the dead of night, they'll just find a way to or even tell them to kill him. Let's be real. Let's be real about what instructions they would have been given.
It's pretty disgusting, isn't it?
Fucked up. It's proper
it's
fucked
really
up.
really.
But I like the fact that the guy said that we're all American.
Yeah, that was good.
It's a good response.
I did like that.
The dog, setting the dog loose was a bit messed up, and then shooting that guy was messed up. I was a bit surprised that they got mail. But
but this is what I was saying. That this is the question I was asking about the mail thing, because did they send the Allies an inventory list of, because they always ask they asked Bucky about what his serial number was, and he gave a serial number and whatever. So do they actually give that information to the Allies, and said, these are the prisoner of wars that we have. And did Britain and everyone else do the same? How would you know where to send a letter?
Off the back of that, we would know back home, or at least in Aberthorpe, they'd know that Buck and Bucky are alive.
No, technically they wouldn't,
Why
because
not?
it wouldn't go to them. It would go to central. I'm assuming it'll go to an intelligence agency.
Oh. And they wouldn't forward it and say, look, your men are alive. They're in this prisoner of war camp.
Maybe not. I'm assuming they wouldn't do it.
Because I know what you're trying to say. How do they know who's getting mail?
How do you know where to send mail? You'd send it, and normally it would go to Abbotsford, or it'd go to wherever, like Oxford or wherever. But they're sending it to Germany, like in the heart of Germany. So it's like, and so that's the bit I want to know. Like, if I might have to research that, or if someone can let us know.
If someone can let us know in the comments how that works.
But yeah, I personally, I probably wouldn't tell everyone's friends, only because you wouldn't know how, like, the conditions, you don't know the survival. You're kind of giving someone false hope that someone's going to come home when you don't know if they are or not.
That's true.
I mean, like, for example, the 50 people that were there, there's 50 soldiers. If someone had said to them, oh, look, your friends are still alive, and then, oh, by the way, they got shot, it alters your state of mind, right?
Yeah, and then how would the allies we react to that? And then what about what about the Germans in the prisoner of war camp?
But that's my point. I'm a part of me is obviously hoping. I mean, I'm sure the German POWs tried the same thing. Obviously, they tried to escape, and I'm sure they did do that.
I know what you're asking. You're asking logistics. You're talking about the logistics of
I'm a
everything.
logistical person. It's like, do they get an inventory list?
Where does the data go? I want to know all of that kind of stuff. Crosby finally, that's the last portion of the thing. Crosby feeling it. They're all feeling it because it's just the numbers are dwindling, the planes are dwindling, new replacements are coming in, they're being replaced by new replacements quickly, and Crosby's starting to feel it, so he just wants to take his mind off it, so he keeps on seeing, I forgot her name. He keeps on seeing her to sort of take his mind off it.
I mean, I get the new recruits will see the old guys as heroes or legends or whatever you want to call them. The new guys don't want to get to know the old guys don't want to get to know the new guys because they essentially might not make it back, and they might have known him for a day or a week, or so. I get that. Crosby's bit, I don't know. Isn't he married? Like, as in, I know. I get it. I get it.
Yeah.
I get
Jean,
it.
right? It's Jean.
Yeah, but he's really into her. But I'm not being funny, but she's better start giving us answers, suit us or hit. Like, how could you? I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. He's obviously married, so he's not thinking about it, but he is falling for her.
He's definitely
like, he does try and get to know her a little bit, but it's kind of like
the way he described it. Like, I went the second time, third time, fourth time. Is it because he was into her, or he just wanted to take his mind off what was happening?
I'm assuming at first it was we wanted to take his mind off it, and obviously because she's quite bubbly in nature, she did take his mind off it. Obviously there was other things going on but then when they were sitting in the pub and he was just like, he was genuinely like, he was like, oh, I really miss you. He's talking to her and he's like, but she can't tell him what he does. So it's he's
maybe we'll find out in the coming episodes what's happening with her. Final tiny point, and mainly about them just doing the same routes again, and the airmen feeling it. It's just,
well, like I said, it's clever of the show to not show us the first run and how deadly it was, and then to show us. They're barely showing
us runs anymore. They're just showing them leaving and them coming back. They're showing us more of the point of view of the men that remain at base and what they go through. Like, which is kind of even though you're not seeing combat, it's still intense. Just looking at someone's facial expression to see them waiting on someone.
Do you know what we made? I think we made a comment, or maybe it was you and I can't remember if we talked about this off not recording, but we were like, if a show's gonna just show us air runs, how is it gonna be? But actually, each mission is different, even though the objective is still the same. You're still bombing stuff, but the resistance that you get from the Germans is going to be completely different. But I'm glad that they're showing us different perspectives of people on the air, because we've seen a few runs now, and they're pretty brutal. So we got an idea of that. But if it was just about the runs, I don't know how I'd feel about it. I'm glad that they are showing us different perspectives. Or like Crosby, for example, he started off on the runs. Now we're seeing him from the other point of view. He's writing the letters.
Group navigator,
Group navigator, yeah.
All in all, great episode. Brutal at times, but learned quite a bit. Let us know your thoughts in the comments. What did you think of the episode and our reaction to it? But other than that, please like, share, subscribe, click the notification bell, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.